Honestly, my moon is in Cancer, so around this time of year, I just usually go into hiding. Cancer is the most emotionally intelligent sign of the zodiac. And when the new moon is in Cancer, this is when like everyone on the planet feels things so deeply. We're like overwhelmed by our emotions. So we're like these psychic sponges. We pick up everyone's emotions, and then we also are like bleeding hearts. We bleed for everyone too. But we're also very defensive too. You know, I always say this about the sign of Cancer. It's, you know, look to the animal that it represents, and Cancer is represented by the crab. So it's like this thing that has these very tender, very tasty insides, you know, very vulnerable, very soft, but it's like protected by this really hard shell that's like painful to try to crack into. So there is this thing about Cancers where they are so emotionally intelligent, they know how easily they can get hurt, so they put up these boundaries and these defenses to everyone else so that they won't get hurt. So basically this month we're just gonna be all up in our feelings. Now, because Mars is also going into Aries on July 1st, we're also gonna be ready to fight like anybody that we think is trying to hurt our feelings, even if it's an accident. Perfect reason to stay inside and hide, right? Who's with me? Now, here's how astrology can help you. If you create a self-care plan, if you plan ahead of time around the energies that the new moon brings, then you won't have to go through all of that. So here are my 5 self-care tips to help you thrive during the new moon in Cancer. Now, before I get started on that, if you like this content, please subscribe to this channel and make sure you hit that alert button so that you will be alerted every time I upload a new video. Whether you are a Cancer sun sign or not, this is global astrology. So everyone on the planet is going to be feeling the energies of the new moon in Cancer. And this summer we have 2 new moons in Cancer. We have a double new moon coming up. So that means we'll be feeling all of this emotions like well into August. Cancer energy is so tied to our emotions and the physical body. So this means that whenever our emotions overtake us, whenever someone hurts our feelings, whenever, you know, we have a heartbreak, anything like that, whenever we feel overwhelmed by emotions, we get sick. That's what the Cancer energy does to us. And right now, we're in the middle of a pandemic. We can't get sick. So this is why it's so important to take care of yourself this month, because you actually could get sick quicker during the new moon in Cancer. Tip number 1, water. I cannot stress this enough because Cancer is the original water sign. So the thing that heals those Cancer emotions is water. This is the time for you to be going to the ocean, or even just like lakes and streams, small bodies of water. This is the time when you should be connecting to the tides. You know, Cancer energy is very moody. Its emotions change. They go in like the tide, they go out like the tide. And this will be what we will be like this month. Our emotions will change a lot. We'll also experience like an actual change in weight. You know, during Cancer season, during new moons in Cancer, people have experienced like weight gain or weight loss, or just like retaining water more than usual. The best way to deal with this water issue is to drink lots of water. You know, I have a big old thing of water that I drink often, you know, all throughout the day. I make a big old pitcher of tea every night so that it's ready for me to drink every morning. Also, a great way of working with this is submerging yourself in water, like taking baths or milk baths, you know, just kind of, or even really hot showers, anything warm, you know, because the Cancer energy is a maternal energy. So we are all going to want to be feeling like we're in the womb. So anything that you can do to create these like womb-like experiences, like being submerged in water and being safe and being comforted, that's how you're going to work with that extra water energy this month. Tip number 2, nurture yourself. You know, Cancer is a feminine energy, and there's, astrology is not gendered. We all have masculine energy, we all have feminine energy. And so during this time of year, during the new moon in Cancer, our feminine energy comes out in a very maternal way. We have this desire to nurture other people, to be nurtured by other people, to just be comforted. And so this is a great way that you can do that for yourself. 2 ways that I really love to nurture myself and that I'm doing this month is to cook like family style meals for myself, even if it's just me, okay? But that kind of comfort food, like food that is made in a crock pot, or food that is like casseroles, or like I made like a pot roast, and I was just like so warm and yummy and just like super comforting, And then another thing that I love to do to nurture myself is like massage, but like self-massage. So it's like really, caressing the skin, but supporting it, not like super sensual, but just kind of like, I got you, you know what I'm saying? Massaging the skin, massaging the body, massaging the face, massaging the breasts too. Cancer energy is maternal energy, and that's definitely represented by the breast. So taking extra care to massage your breasts, and to, if you have breasts, and to really connect with that part of your body. Tip number 3, and this one's the hardest one. It's drop your barriers. One of the things about Cancer energy and people who are Cancer moon, Cancer rising, people I call heavy Cancer folks. The thing is that we feel our emotions so much, so deeply, and we get so overwhelmed by them that we're kind of always have our guard up because we're always afraid of having our feelings hurt. Okay, but here's a fun tip. It's actually letting your guard down that allows you to receive nurturing. It's like if you always have your guard up, nobody feels connected to you. Nobody wants to be in that energy, right? But if you energetically feel like your guard is down, that you're receiving, then people are going to want to give to you. People are going to want to take care of you. They're going to want to love up on you, and they're going to feel good doing that. So actually letting your guard down is exactly how you can receive that nurturing that you're looking for this month. This one is especially hard for me because I am a Cancer moon. And so I always feel like my emotions are always just like going to be too big for people, too much. And so I have to keep it inside. But then, of course, you don't get the nurturing you need if you do that. So I'm going to be paying special attention to this tip this month. One of the things that I use to help me deal with like certain astrological challenges that might be happening, or astrological transits that might be challenging, is I use flower essences, which are very subtle energetic medicine that helps you out in very profound ways, affects your emotions in very profound ways. And one of the flower essences that I use is called yarrow. YARROW. I'll leave the information in the comments below. But like, seriously, yarrow can be found on the side of the road. It's like, you probably have seen yarrow. It's just like these yellow flowers that are on the side of the road. But what's so interesting about it is that it's always in an area where it's a barrier. Like it's always a barrier between the freeway and, the mountains, or the barrier between something. So it's like yarrow in its physical form acts just like it does for you energetically and emotionally. It protects you. It gives you boundaries from your emotions getting hurt. How about that? Tip number 4, get some family time. This is one of the coolest things about being an astrologer, is you get to see these things happen in the world. The things that you saw and predicted astrologically. So have you been noticing how many people are making this decision to move away and be closer to their families lately? I have at least 5 or 6 friends, and certainly clients, that are experiencing this right now. And a lot of that is the new moon in Cancer. This some of that is COVID-19. Some of that is just wanting to be closer to our families during a pandemic. But part of that is also this new moon in Cancer energy that wants to nurture and to be nurtured. So we want to be closer to the maternal figures. We want to be closer to the people who gave us that maternal energy, whether that's your father or your mother, your auntie, whomever provided that for you. Now, for those of us who didn't have that kind of maternal connection with our mothers or a maternal figure, this new moon in Cancer energy will bring up some stuff for you. It's important to still get the nurturing you need, but to do so in healthy ways. Like, for instance, I have an estranged relationship with my mother just due to psychological issues. And so one of the ways that I am taking care of myself and still getting that nurturing and maternal energy and maternal connection that I need this month is to send her a card. Send her a card that tells that way I get to do that nurturing. I get to send her a card and tell her how much I miss her or I think about her and I hope she's well. But I also get to safely take care of myself at the same time and not completely engage. So for those of you that don't have that maternal core, maternal bond, that's a really good way for you to still satisfy this need and this desire to connect. Okay, we're almost there. Tip number 5, set goals for the rest of this year. Here's a cool thing about Cancer energy. Everybody thinks Cancers are so emotional so they can't get things done. This is the farthest thing from the truth. Cancers are actually such CEO material. They're serious goat material, okay? Because they know how to nurture something from the beginning. A Cancer knows how to, water a plant, fertilize the plant, watch it grow, give it sunlight, move it to the right place so that it can grow properly. They know how to create the conditions for something to flourish and to grow up and to become really strong. And they do that in business. They do that with their teams. This is why, women are amazing bosses and amazing leaders, because women tend to have that, not every woman, but women tend to have that ability to lead in that way, because they know how to nurture something. They know how to raise it up so that it can be strong, just like a child. So this is actually a great time during the new moon in Cancer for you to be thinking about the goals that you want to accomplish for the rest of this year and putting a plan into place so you can get that done. I so enjoyed that. How about you? I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you use these tips this month and let me know how it goes, how they worked out for you during the new moon in Cancer. I love using astrology to take better care of myself. I love using it to make wise decisions in my world and to guide me throughout life. It's such an amazing tool. And I love creating these videos. So if you have any ideas or questions about astrology that you would like me to answer here, you want to have some astrology videos you'd like to see me do, let me know in the comments. And if you are interested in astrology reading, I'm an astrologer. I do astrology readings, I do private coaching, and I also do online programs. So go to my website, look in the information below this little box that I'm in, and find me there. See what connects with you. Have a healthy and balanced, emotionally balanced new moon in Cancer period this month. And in the meantime, take care.